Hello. Do you define your mother as horrible? Break the cycle, heal the and change the future. If you did, answer yes. Ladies and gentlemen, let's sit with a truth that may be uncomfortable but deeply necessary. You believe your mother is horrible, right? You remember the harsh words, the cold silence, the absence, the things you needed that she didn't or couldn't give. And maybe, just maybe, she truly failed you in more ways than one. But let me ask you something. Are you living her patterns? Are you now reacting the way she once did? Shouting when you said you would be patient? Pulling away when love requires presence? Drowning in the same emotional weight you promised you would never carry? She had children with many men, and that got you upset, disgusted by that. She never took her health seriously. And today she's having a lot of medical complications because she never took her health seriously. She couldn't even defend herself from toxic men, and that got you angry. It is easier to resent our parents than to realize we've become echoes of their pain. And if you don't choose to break the cycle, if you don't face the patterns and heal the hurts, then your children will grow up carrying the same story. Only then you would be the one they would call horrible. That is not your destiny. You are not doomed to repeat what broke you. You are not bound to your upbringing. If you choose self-awareness, healing, and growth, that wouldn't be your story. You are not bound to your upbringing if you choose self-awareness, healing, and growth. So here is what I say to you, my brothers and sisters. Do right by your mother, even if she didn't know how to do right by you. Honor her, not because she was perfect, but because she was human. A woman who probably carried wounds from her own mother too. A woman who survived more than she ever spoke. Many of you are not that close to your mothers, so you don't know her full story. If you knew, all your resentments would have dropped by now. She survived more than she ever spoke. You don't have to excuse her pain. No, I am not asking you to excuse her pain, but you can refuse to pass that on to your children. And then it's only then that you can rise to live differently, to parent differently, to love differently, and to choose peace, patience, empathy, and truth. Not because it's easy, but because your children deserve a new legacy. Yes, they forbid interruption to generational pain. Let your life be the turning point, the place where love learned how to be gentle again, the place where presence was chosen over pride, the place where healing became more important than being right. Yes, your children are watching, just like you once watched your mom, and you are becoming her today. What will your children see? What are your children seeing? Let them see someone who had every reason to stay bitter, because, of course, your pain is legitimate. But let your children see someone who had every reason to stay bitter, but chose to break the cycle. Let your children see someone who carried so much pain and yet decided to raise love instead. Because that is how you become a blessing to the next generation. Many people are stuck on generational curses because pain is loud and trauma echoes. Dysfunction is also visible. What went wrong is easier to remember what went right. When you've grown up with wounds, absent parents, poverty, abuse, abandonment, these condition your focus. Your mind clings to what hurts in order to survive. Our minds cling to what hurts in order to survive it. But you see, survival is not the same as healing. And that is the reason, if you're in any form of dysfunctionality, you would have to heal it now because your children are watching. And chances are you pass that dysfunctionality onto them as abnormal. They will accept dysfunctionality as a normal way of life. Here is the truth. You are allowed to shift your gaze. Yes, you are allowed to shift your gaze. You do not have to keep building your identity around what was broken. You can acknowledge the curse without living under it. You can acknowledge the curse without living under it. You can choose to walk in the generational blessing instead. The resilience that still beats in your chest. The prayers your ancestors whispered that carried you here. The faith, wisdom, and strength passed down quietly between the scars. A generational blessing is not always flashy or obvious. Sometimes it looks like you being the first to go to therapy, the first to say, I forgive, the first to love your children gently, the first to say, no more cycles of pain. I won't go through the cycles of pain anymore. So the better question is not why the curse exists. It is what blessings do I choose to magnify now? Because what you magnify, you also multiply. Would you like this message to be a turning point in your life? Or you still live through that pain and pass them down onto your children? I've done my part by bringing this to you. Whatever you choose to do with this message is your responsibility also. But if I were you, I would change patterns. So my children's children would be better than who we are now. Until I come your way again in my next video, watch another video from my channel, and I say much love and blessings. Sunday is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day in advance. Have you considered your plans for your mother? I leave you here with much love and blessings.